Exactly. So if you've been trying to get in shape, lose the weight, build strength, or just feel like your best self, and nothing's quite stuck yet, this video is for you. So I've made it to show you why it keeps happening and what actually has been shown to break the cycle. So hopefully you can watch this before the call, and it'll both save us some time. So you've probably tried something like this before, and an app, a program, a coach, maybe something you grabbed on Instagram. Maybe it worked for a while, then it didn't. Life got in the way, and the plan just fell apart. And you were back where you started. And underneath that, there's always this quiet frustration. It's like, this is working for other people. Why isn't it working for me? Or worse, a thought that tends to creep in for some people is, maybe it's just not going to happen for me at all, which just isn't true. So this is what, just so you have an idea, this is what the success actually feels like, yeah? When this clicks, you're not just leaner or stronger. You stop dreading, like, oh, what am I going to do to train today? Or do I even want to train today? You stop with starting the week with a plan you already kind of suspect you'll abandon. Yeah, so you'll have energy left for what actually matters. So whatever's had you stuck at this point it'll just be gone. Before I tell you what this is, let me tell you what this isn't. This isn't just a rigid template built for a life you don't have. The same meals, same time, with no exceptions. It's built the other way around. The plan adapts to your schedule and your goals, so not the other way around. So whatever's had you stuck doesn't resolve itself. It just becomes your normal. And that's the real cost, is quietly lowering what you think is possible for yourself. So the question isn't, is now the right time? It's, how much longer are you willing to let this repeat before you try something different that works? And I know what's going through your head. I've tried this before, it didn't work. My schedule won't allow it. I'm not the type of person this works for. And none of that is true in the way you think. Something not working before usually means the plan didn't fit your life. And it doesn't mean that nothing will. I see every kind of starting point. Getting back into it after years, never having a routine that's stuck, or training for a specific event, going through the motions without a real result to show for it. So different starting points are normal, but there's always that same underlying thing. There's always like motivation to begin with, but then it doesn't have a system that's actually built to survive real life. So just so you have an idea, this is the old way. You find a plan, you follow it by sheer willpower, and when life gets in the way, because it will, you treat that as a failure, and then you start again from zero, and that just becomes normal for you, and you think that's normal. But the new way, is a plan built to bend when life gets busy. So, instead of falling apart, the shift is, it's from a rigid plan to an adaptable plan. The real turning point isn't to have more discipline. It's a system that doesn't need superhuman discipline to work, because obviously you will need some sort of discipline. The Performance Project is a personalized system. So it's training, nutrition, and direct accountability. So it's built around your goals and whatever's currently in your way. It's specifically built for you. You get direct access to me and a structure that holds you accountable without requiring your life to stop for it. So it's a simple cycle, We build a plan around you, you perform it, we review it, and we adjust it. So every week, we look at what actually happened, not what should have happened, and adjust it to fit. So there's no guesswork, and there's always a clear next step. So even if you tried this before and it didn't stick, even if your schedule is genuinely unpredictable, even if you've never managed more than a few consistent weeks, this plan is never generic to begin with. It's built around you, and it's what's actually true for you. So you can keep starting, stalling, and maybe staying stuck, where you've been, or you can get on the call and we can figure this out. So what's been getting in your way and what it takes to actually fix it. So there's no pressure, and for now it's just an honest conversation, and I hope I can help. So I'll see you in the call.